Man, talk about a haunted house. Now this, my friends, is scary. Alright guys, I've arrived here in New Orleans, NOLA, the Big Easy. After about a 2-hour delay at the airport, I'm walking towards the Garden District right now. It's about a 45-minute walk from Canal Street. So New Orleans is obviously known as one of the most haunted cities in the country. And naturally, I want to stay in a haunted house here. And I did find a spot, the Parks-Bowman Mansion. Well, I'll be bunking with some ghosts tonight. So the architecture in New Orleans is absolutely amazing. I've honestly never walked around the Garden District. It's just beautiful. I'm glad I walked. It didn't take an Uber. So again, I'm staying at the Parks-Bowman Mansion, which is supposedly haunted by a little girl that died in the 1890s. And some guests have said that they hear footsteps, the rattling of her long dress. We'll see. But it is a unique and very nice place. And the host is supposed to give me a very nice tour. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to eating the good food here. Comment down below if you would consider staying in a haunted house. Not only in a haunted house, but by yourself. Alright guys, let's check this room out. Alright, so the first thing you notice guys here is this room has a ton of books. The whole wall is lined with them. From newer books to very old books, as I think you get higher and higher. But both sides of the room. And the wall has masks everywhere. Masks, I guess like shrunken heads. Things that I guess you would see on American Horror Story. But the room itself, it's small. It's got its own bathroom. Nice sized bathroom, so you don't have to share with anybody here. Good sized shower. A nice queen size bed with my buddy the alligator right here. Little sitting area here. Does have a mini fridge in here. I didn't use it. I mean, I had my water and didn't need it to be cold. So the room is really nice, ornate, and right now it's during the day, but at night you get that sense of creepiness and scariness. But pretty simple room. I mean, I slept here last night, no problems whatsoever. Had a good night's sleep, had a meal here. The host is supposed to come up in a little bit and show us around the whole mansion. It's a huge place, 10 times more interesting than this room. So we'll get to see a lot there, and she'll be able to give us some more details and history about this mansion that's over 100 years old, well over 100 years old. Hi, Adrian.
Hello, hello. I've been chatting with her.
Oh, no worries. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, you can interrupt. She will talk when I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
How old is Boggs?
Fox is about 7.
7?
I think. I did not raise him from a pup.
No.
But I got him about 2.5 years ago. He was about 4 then. So 6.5, something
Okay.
like that. So. All right, so what do you want to know?
Well, I mean, I was going to walk around a bit, but there's just so much going on here, and it's amazing, and the furniture and just every detail. I mean, just right now I was looking around and just, it's amazing. And I know the history A little bit I read about it, but I'm sure you
Right.
probably know best about
Well,
it.
let's put this light on.
Okay.
I don't know if you want that open?
Yeah, we can close that door. Yeah, that's fine.
So the house was built in 1884,
Okay.
and it was built by a German architect for a German client. So a friend of mine calls this Queen Anne on steroids. It's a very, very solid German house. So right now we're in the music room, otherwise known as the living room, but various musical instruments and things around. This is also, my husband passed away a little more than a year ago, so this is sort of an altar set up to him.
Oh, okay.
Sorry you don't get to meet him. He was very cool. We moved here about a little more than 15 years ago, fall of 2005. From northern New Jersey. We were supposed to move here on the weekend that Hurricane Katrina hit.
I was about to say that.
And so there's a little bit of a pause there. And we actually were let into the city on Halloween, well, just before Halloween. So we closed on the house on Halloween, which kind of goes with the decor and everything. Our furniture didn't arrive until around Christmas. So we had a couple months in the house with almost nothing in the house. And then we proceeded to fill it up with everything.
So all the furniture here is stuff that you've brought in?
Yeah, all the furniture is ours. Actually, this sofa and that sofa were left by the previous owner.
Okay.
But everything else is ours. My husband's family was from Washington, D.C., and they owned a newspaper there for a long time. Not the Washington Post, I regret to say, because I would be richer.
Yeah.
But the Washington Evening Star was their paper. And so they were... an established family. They traveled a lot. They traveled to China a lot. So they brought back a lot of Chinese art. I'll show you in the dining room.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of Asian art here.
And actually that is a painting by Bill's aunt of the Evening Star. That is his grandmother.
Oh, wow.
And her grandfather was the person who started or got the Evening Star going, Crosby, Stewart, Noyes, and that's the original
right down here,
the editorial board of the board of the newspaper, and his typewriter.
Oh, wow. And this is
that's Crosby, Noyes' typewriter. Yeah, so a little sort of memorial to that.
Yeah.
So anyway, then this is Mama Bear.
I used to have half a bear taxidermy, and I sold it, and I regret it.
Oh, man.
It was so cool.
Yeah, no, this was actually a guest who was staying here a year ago, around December 2019, and he does estate sales, mostly in Florida, and he had acquired this bear in the course of an estate sale. And then found out that it is illegal to sell a taxidermied black bear in Florida because they are endangered. Apparently, they're equally endangered in Louisiana, but nobody cares. So actually, we did a swap. He got to stay for a week in the house, and he
left the bear.
So it was like sort of, it was
I noticed that too.
Black market. Yes.
When I tried to sell my bear, I first started to sell it on eBay.
Yeah,
and they're like,
and you
no.
get in trouble.
Yeah, they're like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like, why?
I mean, I would never in a million years kill a bear. But this bear, I think, has been dead for a long time.
Yeah.
So she's
got a good home.
She's got a good home. Yeah, let's go through here. I do apologize that the house is a terrible mess.
Oh, no, not at all.
It's still post-Christmas, so everything's kind of piled up in all kinds of little piles. This would have been the small parlor or the family parlor. It has now been repurposed as the bar room. So this is, as I say, usually the dining room. Half bath, which is, full bath now. I forgot we put the bathtub in there. Which is mostly artwork by friends of ours, some of it very silly. There's a general way that you decorate in New Orleans called gallery hanging, where you basically fill up every bit of wall space.
With paintings.
And I love it because you have these really high ceilings, and rather than put like one or two paintings, you just plaster paintings everywhere. So more better.
Who needs wallpaper?
Exactly. I'm going to take you, this is a slightly more complicated way, but let me unlock this. This is oh dear, there we go. Our back deck, and as I say, it's winter right now. Everything's sort of tied down. You have swimming here during warmer months, which is a lot of the year,
Yeah.
actually.
But you said it was cold just not too long ago, right?
A week ago it was freezing. It was like 40 degrees, and when it gets cold in New Orleans, it's damp.
Yeah.
And so even though it's only 40 degrees, you're just like, I'm freezing. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm completely spoiled now.
Yeah, because you're from New Jersey.
I grew up in North Jersey.
Yeah.
We'd be knee-deep in snow. Right now I'm completely spoiled, and it's like, oh, it's 40 degrees.
Yeah, because I'm happy. I'm from Chicago. It just snowed when I left. So
Yeah,
this
so
is,
we're
I'm
totally-
rubbing it in right now.
We're
so-
totally good. I am planning on installing a pool heater here, which is not in here right now. So unfortunately, the water right now is probably about 50 degrees. Otherwise, today it's in the 70s, and you could swim if I could heat it up. So that's a goal in the future. It's an obstacle, of course. Let me look at this. Anyway, so moving through here, Boggs apparently has rearranged the rug and will not be moved. So this is yes, he's creating mayhem. Are you creating mayhem? To the third floor. So come on up. Now, unfortunately, we do have a full house, so I can't take you to all the bedrooms.
Oh, no worries.
But then there are 2 rooms on this floor that I rent out, the red room and the library room. This is my husband's former office, and I haven't completely dismantled it yet. I mean, it's a work in progress.
Is the red room the one that is like kind of haunted or?
No, really the one that is most, we have had experiences, and guests have had experiences throughout the house of uncanny things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say scary things. We've never been frightened, but where you sort of go, that's weird.
Yeah.
And they have happened throughout the house. But when we bought the house, we didn't know anything about this. And then the people who sold it to us subsequently told us that the 3rd floor bedroom was supposed to be the haunted bedroom, which is what we call it now.
Okay.
That's the one that's named haunted bedroom. But as I said, spooky things have happened throughout the house. Actually, what I have noticed is that since my husband died, I don't know if he's haunting this place, I've noticed how much the house makes little noises at night. Because I'm here all by myself, and even if guests are staying here, I'll realize there are little knockings and little creakings and little stuff. I have no idea. I have no idea. Supposedly our ghost, the stories go, our ghost is a woman or a girl, young woman, and she supposedly wears a light-colored dress, yellow or white, and has long dark hair. And I have seen such a figure once when I was coming down the stairs, actually, and she was like she was going out the back door. I thought she was a guest. I thought it was somebody wearing a nightgown or a bathrobe, long pale-colored thing and long dark hair. And a little shorter than me. And so I said very brightly, "Good morning," being a hostess. And I realized there was nobody there. So that's my only experience aside from little noises.
Little noises, yeah.
But people have heard lullabies, people have heard footsteps, people have heard, as I say, various knockings. Lights have been turned on and off. Some people have seen orbs, when they're in the dark, but they see things floating around. So I have no idea.
And then the cemetery is not too far from here, right? The
literally around the corner.
Lafayette.
Yes, Lafayette Cemetery is literally around the corner. So, well, and New Orleans altogether is a very I don't want to say spooky place, although there can be fun, great ghost stories and all that kind of stuff. But it's a place where the membranes are very thin between the seen and unseen world, and so. It's one of those places where anybody who is going to have any kind of a psychic experience or a paranormal experience or just a sort of a little shivery, what was that kind of experience?
Yeah.
It happens a lot here. So then again, you have artwork like this, which is actually by a local artist who is amazing. Myrtle von Demitz is her name. Then we have people who see a little bit spookier things, but that's generally delightful. So we're going up to the 3rd floor now. This is my office, which is kind of a mess. But basically, this was the turret room The only other story I know about the turret room in particular is that the house was owned for a long time by husband and wife and a mother-in-law, and they had 7 daughters and 2 sons. And then a few years ago, we were contacted by a woman who was the granddaughter of one of the daughters. And she knew about the address of the house because her father had recently died and had written a little memoir of coming to New Orleans as a little boy. And he was told this was been about 1910, he was told you can go anywhere in the house, but don't go up in the turret room because that's where Uncle Jack was. Okay, what's wrong with Uncle Jack? This is too good. It turns out Uncle Jack had tuberculosis, and so they would not have let a little boy in to see him because they were afraid he would catch it. So that's the only. I mean, I have never heard of there being a male ghost in the house, but apparently Uncle Jack spent his final days here, and now I'm very happy writing spooky books here.
Oh, nice.
So
and that's you do that for a living, right? You're
I'm a novelist and a screenwriter, and my husband and I, for a long time, had our own production company doing video and even film back when people did film. Mostly, I like to write stories.
Yeah, nice.
And New Orleans is a place of stories.
Oh yeah,
so,
a lot of history here.
So, yeah. So anyway, that's what that room is. Then, let's see, this is probably locked in there, but this is the haunted bedroom. I have somebody staying in there, so I really shouldn't.
Yeah, no worries.
And then this is a little sort of anteroom of books, and if we go out here, there are three porches or balconies on the house. And we're on the top floor porch right now, which has views of the city over there.
Oh, yeah.
You can see we have about 10 square blocks of high-rises. This supposedly is the tallest point in the Garden District.
Really?
Up there. I take this on faith because I've never been up there.
Mm-hmm.
We've had people come in and repair the roof tiles after various hurricanes. Apparently, if you're up there at the top, you can see the Superdome.
Wow.
Again, I choose to just believe this because I'm never going up there in a million years. I'd be petrified.
Yeah.
Does this sound like I'm doing a spiel for my house?
Oh, no, yeah, that's okay. I have a friend that he also loves New Orleans, and he's a Saints fan.
Yeah.
And he's been wanting to stay in a haunted house, and he was actually talking about one in San Diego. I forget the name.
There's a famous place in San Diego.
I forget the name, but he's always constantly wanting to go there. So I'm telling to come here, and I'm also rubbing it in right now, saying I got here first. But
you know, people ask about, is the house haunted? And I really have to say I don't know.
Yeah,
is the best answer. If the house is haunted, it's a very nice haunting.
Yeah,
it's I've never felt anything but safe here. I've never felt anything but sort of protected here.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
It feels very nice. At the same time, as I say, New Orleans is a very sort of magical city. It's not just magical. Yeah. It has magic. Anyway, that's basically it. Do you want to ask me any questions, or do you want to?
When was it built? Because I know I saw a ton of dates, but when was it?
This was built in 1884, as they say. A similar time period would have been like Commander's Palace around the corner. It was built around that same time. A lot of these big sort of gingerbread houses. Mm-hmm. So New Orleans at that point became a tourist destination. This is like 1900s on, because it was warm, it was pretty, had a lot of good restaurants. And so that's really what it's continued to be now, is a lot of the economics of New Orleans is based on people coming from elsewhere to visit the city. It was kind of a deal with the devil, because New Orleans let itself be known as kind of like Las Vegas, a place where you could get buck wild and you could do anything. And you could drink and vomit, get naked.
Yeah, because a lot of times when someone mentions New Orleans, the first thing that pops into their head is Bourbon Street.
Everyone I asked, well, have you ever been to New Orleans? Well, no, but isn't it just like tacky and cheap and everybody's drunk all the time. So yeah, it's an unfortunate. It pays the bills. Everybody goes to Bourbon Street, so it makes money.
No, yeah, well, thank you. It's been an amazing stay. I had a perfect night's sleep. The
Good.
bed was so comfy.
Excellent.
I hung out on the deck a while.
Oh, good.
I did.
So you got some shots of that.
Yeah,
Really good.
I
Yeah,
went
excellent.
everything there, and
I wanted to take you there. I sort of went. He probably already got.
Yeah.
It. Definitely come back for festivals. Come back.
I will
for
do.
all
I
that
absolutely will be back. Yeah.
You personally.
Oh yeah.
You come back.
Yes, thank you.
Next time you can stay in the haunted bedroom.
Oh yeah.
I put our spookiest decorations in there.
I saw one of them right
Yeah,
there.
that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway.
Oh no, thank you for the tour. Hey Boggs, what are you doing? Do you smell a ghost? Where is it? Show me the ghost. No, those are chips. Those are chips. Good dog. Alright guys, so I just finished a tour with Adrienne. She was absolutely amazing showing me the house. Definitely knows her stuff about this place. Gave me a private tour of most of the rooms, a lot of the artifacts she has, the furniture. Boggs joined us for the journey, and just absolutely probably the best Airbnb host I've had in all my trips. And as you guys know, I've been on a lot of trips. She greeted me last night when I arrived. She was ready for me this morning to do a quick tour, response to her messages, emails, and texts. So I highly encourage you guys staying here. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to stay here. And just the surroundings in the Garden District it's just a different vibe. You don't get that touristy vibe. You get a residential and historical feeling here with all the mansions and the decor and the streetcars that pass by. So I highly encourage it, and I'm gonna include the link below. Book it. She does book quickly, and she has 3 rooms, I believe. And yeah, book it, and you'll get to meet her, and I'm sure she'll show you around as well. I'll check you guys later. Bye.